Hey everybody, Fallen Frog here. I'm back. It's been a bit of a break. I'm back though. Wanted to let you guys know that I'll also be back on Twitch this Monday night. Technically, I guess it's Tuesday night for the release of Batman: Arkham Knight. So if you guys haven't already, the link's right over there. Just follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/FallenFrog. You guys will be alerted as soon as I go live, and we're going to be the Batman. It's going to be awesome. Until then, though, I've been having some fun with the backwards compatibility on the Xbox One. So I wanted to show you guys exactly how that works in case you haven't had a chance to see it for yourself. It's pretty simple, it's pretty easy, and it's pretty awesome. So if we just go into my games and apps right here, you can see all the, what games I have available. You can see I've got Perfect Dark already installed, ready to go. I've also got Toy Soldiers Cold War already installed and ready to go as well. So I'm going to show a little bit of those games just so you can see how the games run. I'm also installing Super Meat Boy. The games themselves, if you have a digital game in your library, it's already associated with your account. You've purchased it through Xbox.com or even through it's on your 360. Those games will be ready to install right here. It's pretty simple. I've got Toy Soldiers, Zuba, Battle Block Theater, World of Keflings, and Defense Grid as far as what's available to me. If you have a game that's on disc, Perfect Dark Zero or Cameo, Viva Pinata, anything like that, that's backwards compatible right now, you could pop the disc into your Xbox One, and it will show up here as well, ready to install. It will run off of the hard drive, though. The game's all installed to the hard drive. They run off of the hard drive. If you're using a disc-based game, you will need the disc in your console in order to play it, just for verification purposes. So don't go selling your 360 games just yet, because that's not going to fly. If you want to have no discs, you're going to have to purchase it again through the store. But with that being said, that's pretty much we expected that anyway. So let's go right into it. Let's just show you what it's like to start up a game, an Xbox 360 game on the Xbox One with one of my favorites, Perfect Dark. So automatically, you see we've got the the splash screen there, Perfect Dark. What's going to happen though is it's actually going to boot up a 360. We've got Xbox 360 booting up right now, as you can see. And it's going to take the loading time. It's not terrible. Being 30 years old and having gamed as long as I have, I've dealt with some excruciating loading times. This one's not really bad. Once you get in, though, it's literally Perfect Dark is just like playing it on the 360. So you can see even my friends online shows up just like it would if I was on a 360. Press start to play. This game in particular, I've had no frame rate issues. I've not tried multiplayer, but I assume it would work just as good. You can actually, Microsoft did say you can play games with your friends through multiplayer. So your friends are playing on 360, you can be on an Xbox One, and you guys can all play at the same time in a party. You can chat. If you hit start and select, I think we can call it, it's safe to call these start and select buttons. They'll bring up your 360 guide if you hit the two of those together at the same time. So that way you can message people on the 360, you can get into a 360 party. All of this, if you wanted to use your Xbox One party system, you could still do that through Snap just like you normally would. So all of your Xbox One features, the DVR, Upload Studio, Skype, anything like that, you can use that with the backwards compatibility. So it's not like on the 360 when you would play an Xbox One game and you'd lose all that functionality. They were able to retain that this time, which is awesome. So let's go ahead and back out of that, and here we're in the game. And usually there's a guy over here, he's probably in here. But here we go. This is Perfect Dark, probably as you remember it. It's certainly as I remember it, just like it is on the 360. If you don't have Perfect Dark, the Xbox Live Arcade version that I'm playing right now, you could get the original version this summer in August when Rare launches the Rare Retro Replay package. It's 30 games for $30. Huge steal, considering some of these games. The original Conker's Bad Fur Day. If you were to track down a Nintendo 64 cartridge and try to play that, you'd probably be spending about $70. So just having that alone. It's not the Live and Reloaded remake that was made for Xbox. It's Conker's Bad Fur Day as it was on the Nintendo 64. You can play multiplayer with 4 of your friends. I do believe they said that it's not going to be online. I believe it's for local. I think it's all local co-op play, which is, that's fine. That's, those Nintendo 64 games, they were really, that was back in the heyday of couch co-op gameplay, so those games were meant to be experienced with a buddy in the same room, making jokes, having fun. And that's exactly what you're going to get. Plus, you get Battletoads, RC Pro-Am, Jet Force Gemini, Banjo-Kazooie, Perfect Dark Zero. Go ahead and go down here. Go down here again. And this is going to take us all the way to the bottom, where we'll end the level really quickly. As you can see, though, there's no, in this game at least, there's no frame rate dips. This is like butter. It's smooth. So, why me? I still love this game. I love this game so much. This was just seeing this on the list of backwards compatible games is what got me excited. I've had a couple of chances to be in the preview program. Never really took the chances. The Windows 10 support will be nice, but I don't have Windows 10 just yet. I'm still on 8.1. When I do switch to Windows 10, though, that's when I had planned on trying to get, becoming part of the preview program. But they announced backwards compatibility, and Perfect Dark was on the list, and I'm like, yes, I can finally play Perfect Dark in my office, in my setup. I don't have to worry about going into the living room, because my 360 has pretty much been designated a children's gaming console now. My kids have taken it over, so I don't play it on it too much anymore. But anyway, that is Perfect Dark, Xbox Live Arcade version through backwards compatibility. I'm also going to show you guys Toy Soldiers Cold War as well, which you're going to notice it's going to boot up the 360 logo and everything again. Each one of these is, each game when you install it, the game files also include the emulator. So it's packaged with each particular game. It's probably not too big of a file, but that's something to keep in mind, especially if you don't have if you don't have an external hard drive. If you're working with limited storage space, I've just got the stock 500 gigs that came with the console. You'll want to keep that in mind. All of your digital titles they are not the same size as they were on the 360. They're a little bit bigger, not because the graphics have been beefed up any. It's because they all contain the emulator as well. So it reboots up the virtual Xbox 360 console, signs you into that virtual 360 console, and then it loads up your game. Doesn't take too long, like I said. I didn't do any fancy editing tricks or anything. This was all just real time how it loads. And I'm going to show off just going to do some mini games here. We're going to do Thread the Needle. Thread the Needle is really fun. And just to show you how Toy Soldiers Cold War runs on this machine. And I'm done. That didn't last long at all. We'll try again. But, I mean, as you can see, it works flawlessly. So, if you're part of the preview program, check that out. You're enjoying it. If not, don't worry. Backwards compatibility is coming to Xbox One. I suck at this. It does come to the Xbox One by the end of this year. Microsoft will have, they said there'll be 100 games available. They also said pretty much the only thing that was keeping games from being added is it's up to the developers. So there's no fancy tricks here. These aren't remasters. They didn't have to do anything with the code. They didn't really change anything. It's just, getting in touch with those developers and, if they want to allow that access to backwards compatible. My take on that would be the only reason we might not see it is if a developer has closed down, i.e. THQ, you'd have to, whoever's got the licenses to, say those games like Mercenaries. Pandemic Studios is no more, so getting in touch with whoever has the rights to the Mercenaries, whoever's got that license, that's where we might run into some problems. So, but other than that, it's just entirely up to the developers. I guess if they're working on a remastered version of one of their games, they might not want to do backwards compatibility because it might hurt sales. I won't get into my opinions on that matter or anything. I'm just throwing those facts out there. So there you go. Just a small taste of backwards compatibility. Before I go, I will let you guys know over on the right hand side of the screen, you see my sponsor, Hauppauge Gaming. I did just recently release there's a tutorial series that goes up. There's a new episode every week. We're currently through 5 episodes. They all teach you how to use a HD PVR, PVR Rocket, to stream your gameplay, record your gameplay, basically just do what it is I'm doing here. If you want something a little more than what your Xbox One console does as far as bringing to the table at Twitch or on your YouTube channel, if you want something more than just what comes with the Upload Studio or the DVR service in your console, check that out. See what what it is I'm able to do with Hauppauge. Obviously, I've got the green screen going, using XSplit to record this, and then just running my gameplay. So it's pretty easy stuff. Like I said, it's a 10-part tutorial series, so whichever episode works best for you. There's a new one every week until they're all done, so you can find those over there on Hauppauge's channel. And then if you want E3 coverage, I'm also a part of Team Senshudo TV. If you check out that channel, which you can find over here as well, they've got all kinds of great E3 coverage. Sam was over there, and I was watching the streams. I was watching the live streams, so it felt like I was there, but from my own home. Totally awesome experience. So be sure and check those out. And all I gotta say is I'll see you guys Monday night for Batman Arkham Knight release date. I'll be back on Twitch. So thanks for watching, and have a great weekend.